Hello and welcome back to Stacey's World. It occurred to me after filming my video the other day, I didn't actually mention much about what it is that I do. I run a small craft business from my box bedroom in my little house in Ogmore Vale in Bridgend, and I work with polymer clay. I make embellishments, I make fairy doors, I make cake toppers, I make whatever is asked of me really. I've delved into your birdhouse and tree decorations and things like that, but I love it. I originally started out as a card maker. I made cards for a lot of years while I was in employment, and it sort of progressed. I had a baby and card making was not something I could easily do because I may have mentioned I am a very, very messy person. Not a person, I'm a messy crafter. And when you're making cards, there's machines involved. I've got a manual die cutter, I've got an electronic cutter, all the papers, the different glues. I used to sew a lot of paper for my cards and things like that. And then there's embellishments and inks and stamps and dies, and it was just so messy. It's not something that I could do and contain it in a small space with a baby. I did try, it was just a no-go. So I had tried clay previously. When I worked in Hobbycraft, I picked up a few bits of clay. I went mad actually, I bought a whole ton of clay. I bought cutters, moulds, tools, and I was really rubbish. I was disappointingly rubbish, and I threw it all away rather than just keeping it and thinking, oh, I'll go back to it. I was like, oh, you are terrible at this, and I threw it in the bin and never to be looked at again. And when I had my son, I sort of went back to clay. It was something I could do. At the time I did it on a little tile. You could pack it away easily at the end of the day, the end of the night, or whenever I was crafting, and it didn't take up a lot of space. And it sort of snowballed. I made one thing, someone bought it from Facebook because I just popped it for people to see. They told someone they wanted things, and it really went from there. So it happened by accident. I didn't sit down one day and think, oh, I'm going to start a clay business. What I wanted to do is I wanted to make money selling cards. I wanted to be world famous card maker, but it didn't happen. I did make cards briefly for a craft channel. I did get cards published in magazines, but I was never going to make my fortune or really a tidy living from card making. And it turns out I'm better at clay. After all the fuss I went through of throwing away all the stuff that I bought because I was no good, rather than learning the craft, I was like, no, I'm terrible at this, and it all went in the bin. So there's a lesson in that, I'm sure. So today, you know, Stacey's World is pretty busy. Busy? What's busy? I'm pretty busy. I now ship internationally. Yesterday I had confirmation that an order has arrived in New Zealand. I have shipped to Canada. I've shipped to America. So it's very exciting. I'm super lucky that I get to work from home because my son is autistic. There's appointments that need to go to, there's meetings at the school that need to be attended and things like that. And I don't answer to anybody. If I need to take, well, I do. I don't work half terms. I don't work summer holidays. I don't work over Christmas. And working for myself and Stacey's World has allowed me to do that. So that amazes me because I love what I do. I do moan because the subscription boxes, they're filled with on average 10 items per box, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how much the item is. And then I have to make 55 of each of those items, and that can get a little bit tedious. But then I think, well, you're making these things because people want them. That is amazing to me, and I don't take it for granted at all. Sometimes I'm scared to put new designs up. and then when I do, the feedback I get is so good that it makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. So that's how I came to Stacey's World. Now I shall show you a little bit of what I make. Please excuse my messy blue background. It's covered in varnish and glitter and all sorts. It's down to protect my white desk that's underneath. But I just wanted to show you what I actually do. So I'm like, oh hi, I'm Stacey, welcome to Stacey's World. Well, okay, but what is Stacey's World? This is what I do. I make things out of polymer clay. The dolls and the fairies, they come with or without wings. So you can choose whether you want to use the wings or not. So this is my Bumblebee doll. The dolls are very, very popular. They're some of my most popular designs. And I do enjoy making them, although as you can see they're really small, very fiddly. I mean, I don't have giant hands. I have sort of smallish lady hands, so you can see, you know, they're quite small. Mermaids are also very, very popular here in Stacey's World. And you can't have mermaids without seahorses. I've got a couple. These ones aren't glittered yet. So these are, I don't want to say normal because they're still really cute. These will be glittered. But the opal one, as you can see, has metal embellishments. And it's glossed 3 times for a super glossy finish. We've got the character cupcakes and teapots. Can you guess who it is? We've got swans. I say we, it's just me. We've got swans. These started out as a timed exclusive for a customer. So they were only available to that customer for a period of time, and they then went public. I love it. Been making the bears for a little while, a couple of months now. They're very popular. There's loads of different colours and themes. On Halloween, there's like a pumpkin version of the bear. It's very, very cute. I love that. I've tried to film that bit 3 times. My son keeps coming up the stairs. I should have done this earlier in the day, but I was so busy. My unicorns. These are my gemstone unicorns. They're glossed 2 or 3 times for a super shiny finish. This is a new one, treated with mica powders. And this is Nova. Very sparkly with a metal embellishment. So this is just an example of what it is that I make. So that was just a little glimpse, just a teeny glimpse at the sort of stuff that I make. It's by no means my entire catalogue. I make a lot of things. My designs change. There are things I prefer to make, and some things that you know, you get a little bit like that, but regardless, I really enjoy everything. And you may have noticed things like the unicorns, the teddies, the seahorses, the sizes are all the same, and I will go into how I achieve that in another video, probably my next video, so stick around, and I hope you enjoyed getting to know my work a little bit. See you soon. Bye bye.